Ever since Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has announced new tax slabs, there has been a lot of chaos about what it is and how the government will process everything. I have Mr. Sidharth Sharma from Moneytree Partners with me. Sidharth, first explain what Sitharaman has said and what the government is going to do in the next few days.
Well, I think Sitaraman has, the Finance Minister of India has very clearly said that till 12 lakhs rupees, the normal middle class income payer, the taxpayer, would be exempted from paying any taxes. That clearly says that if he's having a 75,000 rupees of tax deduction, so he will be exempted from paying any income tax till 12.75 lakhs of rupees. That is one of the biggest boost which a middle class segment in India will primarily have, because of the very simple reason that an income tax slab, which was initially where the exemption was just till 6 lakhs, now has increased to 12 lakhs. And with a standard deduction of 75,000 more, it is to 12.75 lakhs. See, the finance minister has also very clearly said that they will be rationalizing the new tax regime, in which within 0 to 4 lakhs, you will be exempted from paying any taxes. And subsequently from 4 to 8, 8 to 12, 12 to 16, 16 to 24 and more than 24 lakhs, you will be subjected to pay taxes in the range of 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%, and they have also increased the new tax, which is 25% of the slab, which initially we were not been having. So now, this is a big boost for the middle class, because initially till he will be exempted from paying he'll be exempted from any income paying up to 100%. Let's say if he's falling in a tax bracket of 12 lakhs. And let's say if he's paying more than 25 lakhs, so he'll be getting an exemption of 25% of tax more vis-a-vis his previous tax, what he was initially paying. So this is a very big boost which the finance minister has made in her budget, and I personally find that this will give a very, very big boost to the consumption, to the economy, which actually we are looking out for at this point of time. And last but not the least, I'm also saying that they have simplified the new tax code to a greatest level possible, which will make the commoner much easy and understandable for him to understand what the Income Tax Act actually says.
Talking about how this new regime is different from the old one, give a short brief on this.
So, if you talk about the old tax and the new tax regime, there are a lot of changes primarily. So, in the old tax regime, you were exempted from paying any income tax till 6 lakhs rupees. Now, in the new tax regime, it is still 12 lakhs. The standard deduction was 50,000 initially. Now it has become 75,000. In the old tax regime, you can take the income tax benefits, under the ATC of up to 1.5 lakhs, which primarily is missing into the new tax regime. So these are few differentiating factors which makes the new tax regime more alluring, illustrating than the old tax regime. And it has also been seen, the statistics says that approximately 70% of the people have already moved to the new tax regime, because they find it much easier, much convenient, and much profitable if they are moving to the new tax regime.
Yeah, and the finance minister has recently has also said that the government will soon bring the new income tax bill. What that bill will have, please explain.
So, well, this is a very, very important thing. So, the finance minister has clearly said that since the Income Tax Act was a very complex instrument, it was not being able to be understood very easily by the normal middle class. So, in order to make it much digestible, assimilatable, or I should say palatable, they are bringing very simple words into the new tax regime, so that a normal layman can also understand that what are the sections, subsections, clauses, what are the redundant clauses which the new tax code Income Tax Act will not be having. So an aam aadmi can very well understand the new income tax bill, which will be laid into the parliament, and most importantly, it will be coming up with its new tax exemption, new tax rules, and new tax slabs also, which will make the middle class much more happier, so that he will be able to invest and save more and more money.
And my last question will be, keeping America on mind, what do you think, how this budget is geopolitically strong or anything like that?
So, very good question. Keeping into mind the international chaos which is already happening, and especially the US, which is imposing, the trades embargo and the trade tariffs, basically, which it has recently done with Canada, with Mexico. Now it is even planning with China, and it has even intimidated the BRICS nation. So, keeping in mind all these figures, I personally find that the BITs, bilateral investment treaties, which the finance minister has clearly said in this budget, will be the biggest boost, where the liaising between the two worlds, two countries, two nations will come together. the synergies will actually happen, and of course, the understanding will be there, the tariff barriers will not be there, and I think most importantly, keeping in mind the geopolitical problems what we are already having, the finance minister has clearly said that the fiscal deficit they want to bring to 4.4%. This primarily is on the pretext of the fact that there are lot of problems which are happening at an international level. So as a result of which, there much capex has to be spent by the state itself in order to boost the consumption of the economy. So this is what I think the finance minister has catered to the volatilities in the terms of trade tariffs which the international world is also posing to different parts of the world.